Hey guys, Ethan here from Caravan HQ. Today I've got behind me our 15'5" van Cruiser Outlaw. Okay, this is our heavy terrain off-road vehicle. It's got every single bell and whistle in it under the sun, and we'll go through that as we go. Just as a brief one though, full timber construction, that's frame, flooring, cupboards, drawers. We've got a 6-inch thick Australian steel chassis, all hot dip gal. We've got full CRUISEMASTER off-road suspension and a few other little surprises in there as well. Alrighty, so at the front of the van, we're running two 9-kilo gas bottles. They are nice and protected by a big stone guard at the front. Now what makes this stone guard really special is the new material we're using. So this is going to stop stones from hitting the van, but it's also going to stop stones from hitting the back of your car. So they bounce off and they go straight to the ground. We've then got two jerry can holders at the front of the van. We've got a nice big toolbox, so wood box, storage, and of course my personal favourite, a nice big slide out fridge. Now at the moment I'm running a 45 litre Waco, but this will hold up to a 60 litre Waco. It's also got a vent ready to go and is all pre-wired for any 12-volt fridge. We then continue along, and as part of the exterior kitchen, we have a nice big slide out box. So this is essentially your slide out pantry. Plenty of prep space and heaps of room for any food. We then continue further, nice courtesy light above the kitchen. More prep space, more storage for cutlery, 3 burner with a full cast iron plate, and another sink. We've also got, for a little bit of entertainment, exterior sound system, so 2 speakers, all the controls are inside. We've then got a TV mount, 240-volt outlet, 12-volt cigarette socket, USB points, and of course your TV antenna point. And obviously no one likes cooking in the sun, so we've got a nice big slot roll-out awning. That's an Aussie traveller awning, really simple, easy to use. So once you've pulled the awning out, if that's still too dark for you, you've got your courtesy light as I mentioned. It's also got built-in bug lights, and same as above, built-in bug lights once again. All right, let's go inside. On the door, security screen door standard. That one does come apart. You then also have a built-in blind, just for that little bit of privacy. Now, just for a little bit of added convenience, we also do have a duplicated set of light switches. So those will control all the outside lights from inside and out. Coming up inside, we're running a BM Pro Trek 3 display. Push of a button, 1 button 12-volt kill switch. Push it again, everything comes back on. Obviously your water tank readers are all down the bottom. To turn on the 12-volt pump, once again, just one button, pumps on, pumps off. We have our battery gauges here, and it tells us what's going on over here. Right as you come in the door, we've got a Dometic slide-out fridge, just a little one, beer, bait. Essentially the idea is that you don't have to open the big fridge and use as much power as you go. Running a 188 litre compressor fridge for the big fridge. That one opens up, plenty of storage space, nice big crisper, and a nice big freezer up the top as well. Now what really makes the Van Cruiser special is that even though it's only 15 foot, it's still got a full-size ensuite. Separate toilet and separate shower. We've also got a full-size mirror, 3 cupboards, and a decent sized sink so you can actually wash your hands. Now, as good as it is to be able to cook outside, you will still have those rainy days, so we do still have a full-size kitchen. So that's a stovetop that lifts up, 3 burner, range hood above, nice big sink, and 2 cupboards. Now, what really makes the van special is the construction. So if we do look at the cupboards, they are actually husks drilled directly into the frame of the Caravan. So they are solid timber cupboards. They're not glued on chipboard, not just shoved onto the wall of the Caravan. Similar to the drawers, heap of drawers, full timber drawers on heavy duty runners. Now as part of your kitchen, we do also have a nice big pantry. So 1, 2, and 3 down below. Added to that, you then do also have plenty of storage space up high. Once you've made your meal, we have a nice big dinette, perfect for 2 people. Tables on a swivel mount, so it will move forward, side to side, and it will come all the way out as well. Once you're done eating, that pushes all the way back in and just gives you that bit more hallway space. Now, even though it is only a 15-foot Caravan, we do still have a full-size bed, okay? Wardrobe on either side, cupboards up above, and you do also have a little bedside table drawer as well. Now, to open up this space, we do also put in some pretty massive windows. So we open up those, And that gives you a fantastic source of natural light while also giving you that little bit more feeling of space. Now we do also, as part of your package, include a 12 volt Sirocco fan. That just keeps the temperature of the van from overheating when you are off grid. We then also do have what we call a maxi hatch. This is a fantastic little device. Opens up. Now that is your choice. You can either pump in fresh, cool air or pull out the hot air, but it also does come with a rain sensor. So if you want to leave this running while you go out for a fish or just go out for a bit of fun, that can keep the van from overheating, but will also make sure that if it does unfortunately rain, nothing gets soaked. We do of course live in Australia, and as a result, we have our Dometic Harrier aircon. It's a nice slimline aircon designed so it doesn't sit too high on your roof, but it is also a soft start. So a small 2.2 Honda KV generator will run it. While the wife's in bed, you can also sit at the lounge, watch a bit of footy, or you can spin back the TV, kick your feet up, and watch TV while in bed. Now, to make sure you can still walk around the bed, we do also make this bench extension collapsible, and that just hides away when it's not in use. Now, as part of your power setup, we're running two 100 amp AGM batteries, full BM Pro system that is lithium ready. So at any point, you can take these AGMs out and upgrade straight to lithiums. Now, we're just about to head outside, but one more thing I'd like to mention is our 12 volt dust pressure hatch. Now, what that does is as you're driving along a dusty road, you flick that one on with your phone, and that's gonna pump in 120 litres of fresh air per second. The idea behind that is as you're driving, a little bit of a pressure bubble is created inside the Caravan, and that pushes all dust out. Now, it's right above the door because that is your biggest entry for dust. Let's go outside. On the back here, we've got another jerry can holder, so that makes 3 total. We've got a hot and cold outdoor shower, easy access toilet cassette, wireless reverse camera, courtesy light, and a built-in bug light. And of course, our spare wheel, which we give you a wheel cover for. As we come along, we do also have our mains water inlet. So that's at the back of the van, so when you reverse into a Caravan site, that plugs directly into the hose. There's no stretching a hose throughout the Caravan site. Okay, now the way we run it and the way we plumb our vans, it goes straight through all your plumbing. So there's no need for it to fill your tanks. It's all isolated and just gives you main pressure when you do decide to pop into a Caravan park. Going further along, just got an exterior tap. We then have our water inlet points. So 1, 2, and 3. In this Caravan, it comes standard with 295 fresh water tanks, a 50 litre drinking water tank, and a 50 litre grey tank. The idea behind that is you've got 295 fresh tanks for showering, dishes, anything of the likes that's going to need fresh water, and then you have a dedicated drinking water tank. That's got its own filter, own pump, and it's also got its own tap inside. The benefit of that is when you're off-road, when you're in the bush, you can fill up from a creek, you can fill up from some somewhat contaminated water, but you know your drinking water is always going to be nice and fresh. Right beside it, we've got a hot water system. That's just a 25 litre reservoir system, really easy to use. It's one switch for gas or one switch for electric or 240 volt. 15 amp inlet, so that's for your 240 volt at a Caravan park or at home when you want to charge the van. And right beside it, just for convenience, we have our circuit breakers or safeties. Here we have a tunnel boot. Now that runs all the way through the middle of the van. And of course, as we come along, we've got our 3 storage boxes. So a nice big wood box on the top of the van. You've got another little toolbox just in there. So that's perfect for your leveling ramps, hoses, leads. And then down below, perfect little spot for a generator, spare ice box, or anything that's a little bit big and bulkier. Now, of course, at the front of the van, we do also have our DO35 CRUISEMASTER off-road hitch. Now, as good as all those extras are, what really makes this van special is it's underneath. So right from the get-go, we're running a 6-inch thick Australian steel chassis, and that is, of course, as you can see, all hot dip gal. So for added support at the front of the Caravan, we do also have nice big 4-inch rail running straight through the middle and one going across as a crossbeam. That just gives the front of the Caravan that really good added support when you're going over those heavy bumps and drops. We then also have all our water tanks are checker plated, and then of course we're running CRUISEMASTER ATX suspension. What we're also running is a full outrigger along the bottom of the Caravan. So if you pop under, what that actually is that's a 100mm C-channel locking in those walls. As an added benefit, on the external of your chassis, we're also running a Gray Anderson plug. Now that's a direct line to your batteries. That way, if you're under the shade like we are now, we can throw out a solar blanket and you're still going to be able to charge your batteries while staying nice and comfortable out of the sun. While we're talking about solar, this Caravan comes standard with 450 watts of solar to give you a different angle depending on where the sun is. Being an off-road van, we are of course running nice and high checker plate. So that includes the full front checker plate and the side checker plate here. So that goes up to a really nice height. Any stones are going to chip this rather than damaging your beautiful die bond. And that sums up our Van Cruiser 15-foot Outlaw. For more information, come visit the family at Caravan HQ and see what we can do for you.